All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. It's me, it's Harmless Dave here, the real music observer observing real music in real time for real people just like you right there and just like me right here. You know, I'm beginning to wonder if the Van Halen tour stuff is all one big hoax just to keep the name out there and to keep people talking about it and generating maybe a few additional units of, sales on the greatest hits albums and so forth. I mean, look, I know David Lee Roth did this charity benefit thing, or whatever he did, toward the end of last year. First time people had seen him in a while. Super short hair, again, kind of looking a bit like Gunther from Friends. And then he shows up on Joe Rogan. He does this epic, long, crazy interview. No mention, by the way, in that interview of the actual Van Halen tour. We then hear from Sammy Hagar, who says, yes, they did contact Michael Anthony. And Michael Anthony was at NAMM or whatever he was at, and he denied it all, saying, no, didn't happen. They never got a hold of me. But Sammy said yes, and then, Michael comes back and says it's not going to happen. So a lot of stuff going around, and what it does is it generates interest in everything Van Halen. Whether it's Sammy Van Halen or Dave Van Halen, it keeps Van Halen in the news, and that is, beneficial for everybody who's been in Van Halen. But here we are, it's April now, and typically bands are booking, bands are announcing dates, tickets are going on sale, the summer tours are already announced for the most part, because people, some people have disposable income, some people have very little disposable income. So you would want your tour to be announced so people can prioritize, hey, I'd love to go see this, but Van Halen's going to tour, so I'm going to put all my eggs into that basket. Now, if you're one of those people that have an abundance of a disposable income and drive a Lexus SUV, and it doesn't really matter, then you don't really care when they announce. But from a business standpoint, tours are typically announced by now. Maybe, given a few more weeks at the very least as far as deadlines go. And look, this all may still be happening. Like I say, it may be Wolfie who's there again. It's going to have to be because Michael says he's not going to be there. So I imagine that the lineup that has been out on tour the last couple of times would be the same lineup. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't replace Wolfie, and why would they? You've got 3 Van Halens and 1 Roth, so again, it makes it Van Halen. It sounds like Van Halen or Van Roth or whatever you want to call it. So the bottom line through all of this is David Lee Roth knows how to promote. He knows how to market, and he pretty much sucks the air out of the room when he's in it. And when he's around, people automatically think that Van Halen is nearby. The dance music thing that happened, Saturday night there in Miami with Jump being played and remixed, and Dave just yelling Jump for a few minutes and probably getting a whole bunch of money for doing so. That stuff, it can't be making Eddie Van Halen all that happy. It just can't. So for these guys to tour again, they're going to have to bridge that gap where they have to put up with one another for a few months on end. Can it be done? Yeah, it can be done because there'll be a lot of money involved, and that'll get it done. So there you go. Is it a hoax? I don't know. It could be announced tomorrow. They probably want me to say it's a hoax, so tomorrow they'll announce the tour. Not that I'm anything important, but people are starting to get aggravated with it. So just when you think it's not going to happen, boom, there it is. All right, done. See you soon.